Welcome to my channel again. We have studied different types of skeletons: cytoskeleton, endoskeleton, and exoskeletons. As we know, in organisms, skeletal system that consists of bones and cartilage, along with the muscular system, work together to provide a strength and power to body to perform its functions such as movements and locomotions and etc. Therefore, within the skeletal system, muscular system is even more important. That helps bones together, that helps bones move, that establishes joints, and that actually makes this bony framework able to be formed, to be framed, and to move, and to locomote, and that then helps organisms to perform its function. So what actually muscular system is and what kind of muscles it consists of, we are going to study them one by one. As we have studied, bones and the skeletal system evolve right after cartilaginous fishes. As we say, chondriocthysis later changed that in a cartilaginous skeleton, and that later evolved into a bones in an osteocthysis. And later the bones started forming and they evolved, and the modern mammals all are having these kinds of bones. So the presence of bones in animals in Animalia kingdom and its history can be traced right from vertebrates. So for muscles are concerned, they are even older than bones, and they say muscles are as old as animals themselves, and they are driven from fibrous proteins, fibrous muscles, fibrous structures present in protoctista. That means muscles and muscular system has evolved right from protoctista, and they are present right in the modern mammals also. So the presence of muscular system is as old as is the history of animals. What are the muscles and what are their types? We are going to explain them. There are three major types of muscles. They can be skeletal muscles, they can be smooth muscles, and they can be choric muscles. What are skeletal muscles? They are associated with the bones, they are associated with the skeleton, therefore they are called skeletal muscles. They help bone together in order to make the framework of the body. They help joints move. They are biceps, they are triceps. Therefore these muscles actually are associated with the skeleton, therefore these are called skeletal muscles. And they help bones together, they help them move also. Skeletal muscles are voluntarily muscles. They work always under control and under conscious control. We can decide to move them the way we want. They are working as per our decisions, as per our wishes. Therefore we say they are called voluntary muscles. Skeletal muscles are striated muscles. As we say, skeletal muscles are actually made up of muscle fibers, and each muscle fiber is actually made up of myofibrils, and myofibrils are made up of small units called sarcomeres. And each sarcomer basically is made up of actins and myosin filaments. And these actually filaments are present in a basic structure of sarcomer, where they make different regions in a fiber, where there is a region where thin filaments are present, when there is a region where thick filaments are present. So because of the presence of these filaments at certain regions, the fiber appears light in its appearance, and at certain places it appears dense and dark in its appearance. Thus there are strata, there are strips that are arising on these muscles. Therefore we consider them, these are called striated muscles. And we'll be explaining them in detail when we'll be studying skeletal muscles in detail, how actually actin and myosins are arranged in a sarcomer and what different kinds of bands they produce. We'll be studying later this structure in detail when I'll explain the skeletal system. And these actin and myosins are actually producing light and dark bands and strips and strata, therefore they are called striated muscles. They are multinucleated muscles. A long muscle fiber can have many nuclei on their peripheral sides. As a muscle fiber is having a membrane that's called sarcolemma, that has its own cytoplasm, that's called sarcoplasm, and within sarcoplasm there are filaments arranged to make these structures of sarcoma that are making myofibril, and that is a detailed structure of muscle fiber. So in their sarcolemma, there are many nuclei present in a single muscle fiber. Therefore, we consider them as a multinucleated. Types, there are three types of these kind of muscles. There can be ligament, which are connecting bones to bones. So ligaments are the muscles that connect bone to bones. As these are tight muscles that are connecting bones, and they are actually establishing and holding bones together, the pieces of the bones together, to make the actual framework of the skeleton. Whereas the other bone is, the other muscle is called tendon. Tendon actually are muscles that connect muscles to bones. And the very point where they are arising from muscles, there is a part of a joint which is not moving, and it's called origin. And where tendon attaches to a bone, and it's actually a moving part, and that moving part is called insertion. So tendon actually makes origin, and it makes insertions. And connective tissues, and these connective tissues, connective muscles are actually muscles that connect muscles with the muscles. And this is a kind of a skeleton muscles, right? We are going to study smooth muscles and conic muscles separately in a separate videos.